Hi, welcome back, WJZ at 9. To my left, to your right, is it Katie Margot? Thanks for being with us. Make it short. Katie's the boss, and you curated this new wing, which is nothing short of spectacular. I could come here again and again and again, but what you guys have created here is special.
Well, thank you, Marty. We are really excited to welcome families into this space. There's a lot to do.
And bringing a family in is a big deal. K2 and I would come here on our own. If he had a date, I had my wife. But when you bring kids in, and then you say, you want to see something else cool? Let's go over here. You want to see something else cool? Let's go upstairs. This is the entry now to the Maryland Center for History and Culture.
Yeah, we really want to empower kids to have a toolkit to be able to do history themselves and to be able to see new objects and think about them in different ways using all of their built-in senses.
All right, so what we're going to do, this is such a vast exhibit, wing, if you will. We could spend an hour here. We're going to talk about the Benjamin Banneker exhibit right now. And it's based on smell. He raised bees, a healthy beehive, an unhealthy beehive, and he also made mead. Yeah, and if you smell them, go ahead and explain it.
So smell is linked to memory and emotion. So this is a learning tool that we have. We really want visitors to leave this space learning and taking away something. And yeah, Benjamin Banneker owned a beehive. Marty, go ahead and smell that healthy beehive. He used his nose to be able to tell a diseased beehive and a
It smells
healthy.
like vanilla.
It smells good,
and
right?
this is very foul. Smells like vinegar.
Yeah, that's
But hold
right.
on, let's smell happy hour. Oh yeah, another glass of mead for Benjamin and me.
Yes.
But not only that, because we only have about 45 seconds left. Around the corner, which we really can't get to with this shot, we wanted to show you the smell. There's a clock that he made. There's history in here, and that's how that's how this is going to draw families in. We only have 30 seconds here, and then we'll come back next half hour. Now it's 15. You have the Banneker display, and how many other displays in here?
There are five total historical anchor figures who use all of their senses, like Mary Catherine Goddard, who printed the news. We have Mendes Cohen, who traveled the world and drew in his journal, and we have Charles Wilson Peale, who made the first museum and the indigenous perspective.
I'm just telling you, it's so vast. Doing this in 2 minutes and 30 seconds is almost impossible. But coming up next half hour, we're going to go to Peale's Art Studio.
Yes.
And explain that to the audience. Steve, with Katie Calhoun and Margot Para, curator of Wayfinders and basically the boss of the Maryland Center for History. Your official title is like this long. Incredible. So we're using famous Marylanders as the basis for this. We've moved over to Charles Wilson Peale's museum. The Peale Museum. You can see it downtown right next to City Hall. And you can experience his museum, his art studio through smell, like over at Benjamin Banneker's display. Who came up with this concept?
It was a team effort, but really thinking about ways that kids could get excited about history. And so Margot and I are really interested in olfactory heritage, and it's a whole new emerging field that's really popular in Europe. And so we worked with a number of consultants over in Europe to be able to make these custom smells.
Well, they say smell and taste are the two most vibrant senses.
Yeah, smell is linked to memory and emotion and part of your brain. So it's really a strong and very powerful tool to tell stories. So that's what we're doing here in the museum and with Charles Wilson Peale and his 17 children that he had.
17 children. That's its own Where's Marty. But the reason we're here is not to get into detail on the Marylanders or the individual displays, but this was a $2 million renovation?
Yeah, so we have renovated over 10,000 square feet of our space in our 1965 building to bring it up to modern day standards for accessibility and energy efficiency. And so we've reactivated the space with this anchor exhibition geared towards families and finding ways to bring people into our space.
And there are classrooms.
There are classrooms, there's a new lunchroom, there's new bathrooms, there's a nursing room, there's a community gallery.
And it's a way to bring families into what is truly, K2, you agree on this?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. This may be the coolest museum in the Mid-Atlantic. I'm going to take it
you.
out. I'm going to take it out to that
Love
level.
that.
So you bring a family in, you let the kids experience this, then you take them around and say that, thus, and such. Very cool. Well done. Corporate sponsors?
Yeah, so we want to thank the state of Maryland for their support, T. Rowe Price Foundation, PNC, and many, many other supporters who have contributed to our capital campaign.
Very cool. It's been great to be here, and we'll be back before we end Where's Marty at the end of May. I promise you something cool. Back to you.
All right.